What up, what up? It's your girl Pika. Well, Rasati out here in Singapore. And yeah, it's been a rough night. I had a really bad migraine last night. I could barely keep my eyes open past like 7, 8 o'clock, I think. And finally found a way to eat some food and knocked out. I was so pained last night, but I feel a little bit better. When I first woke up, it was still kind of lingering a little bit, but moving around, drinking some water, I feel a little bit better. But as a response to a couple of messages I got while I was sleeping, I thought I'd get up and do this because I feel like I happen to be going through a level of this at the moment, and a lot of people are finding that they can't make up their minds about what they want to do. So here we go. We're talking about conflicting thoughts. And I didn't understand the concept of how that could really bother you until I started looking at Abraham Hicks a little bit. And for those of you who do or don't know, I just figured I'd let you know in the mornings when I wake up, the first thing I do is actually check my phone to see what messages there are, mostly because I post throughout the day in my stories, and I do podcasts and I interact, right? Excuse me. I tend to interact with a lot of people. I interact as in I leave messages, I respond to their stories, I kind of show people that I'm around. So based on some of those interactions, I get feedback sometimes. Sometimes I get content from my stories, and I just want to make sure that people know I'm around if they need me. And I'm constantly just posting stuff that inspires me. I'm hoping it inspires you as well. So one of those messages this morning was from a cousin of mine, and she was saying that, she had been of two minds about going live and she needed some motivation, and eventually she started going live every day, and now she's getting some feedback, and I love that. I'm so proud of her. I'm really, really happy. Y'all know her as Avina Devi, and I do my Monday classes with her. Another thing that I actually do in the mornings, besides check my messages and scroll through social media, is to listen to something. And what I do is I believe in fate, right? I believe in the universe kind of conspiring in my favor. So what I do is I open up my YouTube on my phone, and whatever the first, out of the first three videos that they suggest, I'll pick one and just start listening. So yesterday, and I let it mull over all day yesterday. Yesterday I sat down and I was listening to something by Abraham Hicks, something about getting in the vortex, starting a rampage, shooting off rockets, all that kind of stuff. So if you don't know what those terms mean, please message me and I will do my best to explain from my small understanding. But it all has to do with being in the right frame of mind to receive the things that you would like, the things that you're asking for. Now, the lady in the message was talking about, she can manifest little things, things that she doesn't care about. She can think about tickets to a concert, and because she's not really tied to that outcome, she's not really like emotionally invested into that outcome. It would be cool if I got da 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 da, and she kind of lets it go at that, and she goes about her business, and those things happen. She's able to manifest those things. But she was curious because, well, why can't I manifest the bigger things, the things that really mean something to me? And to which Abraham Hicks was able to tell them, well, think about this analogy. And this is why I wanted to talk about this, because it's such a great analogy, and I had never thought about this before. Let's say you have a train, but this train has an engine in the back and an engine in the front. So let's think about the front being going towards that which you desire, and the engine in the back being away from that which you desire. Simple enough, right? She also talks about, well, sorry, they also talk about a stick, as in one end of the stick is what you want and one of the other end of the stick is what you don't want. So she's trying really hard to explain, hey, this is what you're doing when you have conflicting thoughts. And I think most times we don't even understand or acknowledge the fact that we have conflicting thoughts. But let me give you an example. Let's say I'm starting out a business and I'm trying to make money at this business, and I want to make, a monthly income. I want to make a monthly income because I think I'm good at it. I think I deserve it. And I think it would be the answer to all my prayers, right? So let's say that's what we're trying to do. But what is the conflicting thought? Because I guarantee you we have conflicting thoughts. As soon as we say, oh, I want this and I would love to have this, it's almost like we talk ourselves out of why we should have it. We kind of talk down to ourselves. We kind of, convince ourselves that, yeah, but we want it, but we don't deserve it because we didn't do enough of this and we didn't have enough of that. And, whatever the case may be. So those are very vague terms. But let me make it a little bit more concrete for you. Yeah. So the beginning of my business, You know what I do? I teach emotional intelligence. I teach people to manage their emotions, their behaviors, and then of course change. So I think I was great. 2 years ago, I had a coach. I was paying her $1,000 a month. I was thinking, yeah, I could do all this. And what I really wanted the coach to do was to tell me what to do. Tell me what I need to do, and I'm gonna do it. Because I'm a task person. I'm a list person. I like knocking things off a list, right? I feel really good about that. So back then, she was like, oh, yeah, you should charge way more than you are charging. Excuse me. You should charge way more than you're charging right now. You should be charging more like $100 an hour. And I'm thinking, man, okay, I have the degree, I have the qualifications, I've had this stuff, but I don't have a certificate that specifically says that I'm a life coach. So I don't think I deserve $100 an hour. And it was in that moment that I'm looking back now, hindsight is 2020, right? That's why I wasn't able to land clients that were going to pay me $100 an hour. Why? Because I was not believing it myself. I want this, but I don't deserve it. So this is where the engine comes in, right? I want this. Engine in the front starts up, but I don't deserve it. Engine in the back starts up. So where are you? You're kind of stuck in the middle right now. You're not moving anywhere. You're kind of caught. The engine in the one is trying to pull, in the front is trying to pull you forward, and the engine in the back is trying to pull you backwards. And with enough force, I'm pretty sure you'd break the train in half. But this is what I'm talking about. I will say, hey, you know what? I would love to get a makeover because, it would feel so great and I would look so great. And can you imagine if I got, new hair and I would feel brand new, and then the makeup, I just need to try something out of the ordinary because I know what simple looks like. I'm really good at simple. Let me try like a smoky eye or something. Maybe that would be really, really, fantastic. And with the same token, in that same breath, I would say something to the effect of, yeah, but you know what? It's not the right time right now. I don't have the money. I definitely am not going to go off there, and cut my hair because I'm landing these roles in Vasantham and stuff. And I don't know if they would like the fact that I have like shorter hair. Would it be easier or more difficult to cast me? What do I do? And suddenly, I have both engines going at the same time. Let's do another scenario. Somebody invites me to go to a concert on a Friday night, and I'm like, yes, I want to get out of the house. I want to go listen to music, but it's techno. And I don't know that much about techno, but it could be fun. I mean, I would like this guy's company. It would be really cool to hang out with him, but I don't know if I want to go out and listen to techno. And then, he's going to want to go out drinking, and I don't drink that much right now, and I'm pretty sure I'd be like a really cheap date. But even then, what if he doesn't want to pay for my drinks? I need to be able to pay for my own drinks. What if I don't have the money? So suddenly, I got both engines going. Let's say I want to do TikTok. I see all these TikTok videos. TikTok videos are so much fun. Oh my gosh. And I really wish I could, memorize, monologues and do TikTok videos because how fun would that be? But the first time I did a TikTok video, I kind of looked like a complete idiot because I don't think my mouth kind of lined up with the words. And even then, like, I didn't look goofy enough. Like, it was goofy, but in fast forward, I look even stupider. So I'm really self-conscious. I don't know if I want to do TikTok videos because I don't think I could do it. I don't think I can manage it. And suddenly, both engines are going. So you see the problem, right? We do this constantly, constantly. I'll give you another example. I I wanted to wear this. It's a very long. It's almost like a maxi shirt, but it's a cutaway. It's a flyaway shirt because it's covered in the front just up to the bottom of my bust, and then it opens and it flies away, right? It's a cutaway. I don't know what to call it. Shit, you know what I mean? So it's a cutaway dress, and I think it's super fly. I think it's really cute, but I don't like the way it looks on me for some reason. And I pair it with jeans. They're skinny jeans. And I have a pair of heels I'm going to wear and everything. They're really simple, but it's daring for me because I'm a sweatpants and t-shirt kind of girl. So I asked a friend, what do you think? Do you think this would be all right? And he was like, yeah, it'd be really great. And then I went on my merry way and I put it on and I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm walking to a group of people that I don't know. I've never met them. I'm kind of scared. What would they think of me? And then I'm wearing this. And these people are kind of stylish. They're all models and actresses and stuff and they know what they're doing. Like, how could I possibly walk in with this outfit and pull it off and actually look the part, like look like I belong with that group? Like, what if I don't? What if I look completely crazy? What if my dimensions aren't what I think they are and my shirt looks just strange? Like, I don't know if I could pull this off. And suddenly both engines are going. Both engines are going. I remember I was going to a dubbing for, a screen to correct the audio on a screenshot we did, and I wasn't sure what to wear, and I was thinking, you know what, the last time I went to a shooting, my managers showed up and they were in support of me, and they were like, did you wear a sari here? Because they know I wear saris everywhere I go. And a lot of times I go through this thing where I'm going to wear the sari, but then I get ready to step out the door and I'm like, okay, but it's not sitting right, and what if people look at me strange? And the idea is great, marketing wise, I would stand out, definitely people would notice me, but what if people think I'm completely crazy? I probably shouldn't do this. So when I went to this dubbing, I was like, all right, well, the last time I went, they asked if I did, and I couldn't because at the time I had to change clothes, but this time, this dubbing, I don't have to change anything. Why don't I kind of wing it and wear the sari? So I did. But the whole way down there, I was like, what if people think I'm completely crazy? Until I step out that door, I'm second guessing myself the whole damn time. But once I step out the door, it's like, all right, commit. You got to find a way to feel sexy in what you're wearing and commit. It'll be all right. And once I went, yeah, of course, I turned a couple heads and everything, and I was able to speak to people because I felt pretty damn comfortable in my own skin. It was something I chose to wear, something I wanted to wear, and I felt better about it. But a lot of times, we're of two minds about everything, conflicting thoughts, and you wonder why we can't manifest the things we want. A lot of times when it comes to money, it's about the belief about whether I deserve it or not, and it's really difficult for me. When I want to raise my prices, it's because everyone has accepted the price that I had, and I find that I'm giving more than I was initially. I'm starting to give more detail and more, more of a transformation. I feel really good about what I'm doing, but I feel badly for the people who've been with me for a while who are used to my prices, and now I'm going to ask them for more. And how do I justify the fact that I deserve more? It's always a conflicting emotion, and for some reason, it's all in our mind. Because honestly, there's someone out there who's willing to pay you the amount of money that you're asking for because they believe in the amount of transformation you're about to deliver. And for some reason, we sitting in our heads don't believe. We don't believe ourselves. We don't believe we should be allowed to ask for the things we want. And a lot of that comes from the way I grew up. I remember growing up where we would want chocolate cereal. Like, who didn't want chocolate cereal? Or like Lucky Charms that has marshmallows and the really sweet ones. But forever and ever, amen. They used to take us to Sam's Club and they'd get Honey Bunches of Oats. And I was like, oh my God, if I eat one more bowl of Honey Bunches of Oats, I'm going to shoot something. But it got to a point where, obviously because of financial restrictions in our childhood as we were growing up, we'd get to Sam's Club. And though it was like a massive bag of stuff that we could buy, we would find ourselves questioning, okay, well, is it okay to ask for this? Because taking money from our budget to put it on sugary cereal takes it from something else that would actually last a long time. And it's something that's followed me for a very, very long time because I use it to this day. When we go grocery shopping, you can ask my daughter. Let's say today's budget, I'm not spending any more than $10. And while she's going to go down every aisle and see all the sugary stuff with the really fun salty stuff, she's going to see all the Pringles and she's going to see all the Oreos and stuff like that. But I have a mission. My mission is to get into the grocery store, not get sidetracked by all the cool stuff that I could be buying, and buy what I actually need to buy. Most times it's vegetables. I need onions, I need spinach, I need tomatoes, mushrooms maybe, and then whatever other vegetables there are, so we can have a variety of colors on our plate, so that I make sure that I get a variety of vitamins into our bodies. And that's it. $10. $10 is a lot when it comes to vegetables. Not so much when it comes to sweet and salty stuff, if you've noticed, because it's all processed. So I feel some kind of way about being able to do this work, right? I feel some kind of way about being able to ask for money and feel like I deserve it, because that's where the manifestation stops. That front engine starts going one way, and then suddenly I activate the back engine because for fear of the front engine, right? And I'm stuck. I'm sitting right where I am, and I haven't moved an inch. So do you understand what I'm saying? For those of you who are big law of attraction fans, for those of you who are manifestors, who are manifesting generators, yeah, I threw in some human design in there. For those of you who are doing that kind of work, who believe in that force, that energy, that FP that's out there, do you understand what you're doing to yourself? It's almost like being drawn and quartered. You're moving yourself forward, but you're also pulling yourself back. You're letting yourself be dragged behind, and so you're stuck where you are because the conflicting emotions have two different feelings to it. Yes, they say dream, vision board, Pinterest for a while. Get excited about the things that could be, the things that you could be doing, the things that you could have. And then when you think about, okay, well, how do I make this a reality? Suddenly it's like, oh, I don't deserve it. Oh, it's not the right time. Oh, I don't know if I could manage that. Oh, what if people say no? Oh, am I worthy? Like all that stuff starts popping up. And suddenly both engines are going and you're stuck on the track, not moving at all. Maybe, depending on the flow of your thoughts, maybe you move forward and move back. It's like a rocking chair. You're like jerked around a little bit. Unfortunately, you're not really moving in any one direction. You're still actually kind of stuck. So I'm hoping that this podcast kind of helps illuminate a little bit as far as conflicting thoughts are concerned, and rockets and vortexes, and why am I not manifesting the things that I want to manifest? Because you're obsessing about why you should or shouldn't be able to have that. Because yeah, you were able to dream it up, you were able to get in the vortex of how it would feel to have those things and how great your life would be, and then right away your critic starts going. So I hope this makes sense. I hope this helps you kind of catch yourself, at least. First step to any change is to notice that there's something going on that you need to change. And if you could at least notice this conflicting thought, then maybe you can change it right away. So you can be tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and get to that place where you achieve the things that you really, really want. Because that's what I want for you. I really do. I want you to be able to achieve those things. Anyway, that's it for this morning. I love you guys. And I'll catch you again soon. Bye.